Hi everybody, today we're just going to be going over the Istat as if you were at a patient's bedside so we can all use it. So here we go. First off, what you want to do is you want to get some bloods, but the blood tube that you need is the green tube. You need to get this tube only for the labs. And when you draw blood from this tube, it's only good for 30 minutes, so keep that in mind, okay? At the patient's bedside, you're going to do your labs just like you would. You got your, I like butterflies. I'm a butterfly girl. But, you know, here's your green tube. You get your labs. Here's your labs. Make sure to agitate it a little bit. Not hard, but just a little bit. Okay, now once you have your bloods, you want to make sure you have an Istat cartridge. This is your Chem 8. It does your sodium, your potassium. I mean, you can read it all right there. All right. Now, one thing to note on these guys, they're only good for a short period of time. This is 416. I think it's 2 weeks, but I'll have to check with Mel to be sure. Okay, so what we'll do next is we have our sample. So we're going to turn on our Istat machine, which is already on, which wasn't supposed to be. All right, so we're going to turn it on now. Here we go. It says Istat. Now, we want to come up here. We don't want the last result. We want number 2. So we're going to just hit number 2. And then it asks us for our operation ID. I use my paramedic number. And then you hit enter. It's going to ask me for it again. Okay, now it's asking you for a patient ID number. Now you may be tempted to scan their bracelet, but don't. What Cataldo Smart Care is doing is we're using the CAD number of the call. That way we can always trace the labs back. So I'm just going to put in zeros for now. I put 4 zeros in. And they're going to ask me again. Got it. And now it's asking me to scan the cartridge lot number. The cartridge lot number is right here, okay? This barcode right here. And also when I start doing this, I'd have gloves on, so note that too. All right, so I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to hit the button scan, and it scanned it. Okay, did everybody see that? I hope so. And then I'm going to open the cartridge. I'm handling this with gloves to be sure. So this little guy right here is the door that closes for this button. This is where we're going to be putting our blood. So what we want to do is we want to take the green tube of blood and we want to get the blood out of it, obviously. So here we go. I would clean that a little bit. There we go. Boop. Draw up some. You don't need much at all. All right. If you don't want to be playing with needles and blood, I get it. We'll undo that. Okay. And then we're going to come over here. And I wish I had color, but I'm just putting like enough to fill it. It's really probably 1 drop. Okay. And then you close it. That's it. Get rid of your bloods and stuff in your sharps container. This over here is telling me what to do. It's saying, hey, put your cartridge in. So let's try and see what happens. Hang on. I'm trying not to lift it for Dave.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Totally the wrong end. Cartridge is in. It's identifying the cartridge. It says cartridge locked. Now, when this procedure is going on, you cannot touch it. I mean, you can touch the machine, but don't touch the cartridge. And it takes about 3 minutes to get our lab values. Obviously, I just put saline or water in there, so we're not going to get a live patient, I don't think. So once the test is done, record your results. You can, they come up on the screen. My advice to you guys is see if you can take a screenshot with your phone. We are working on a way to Bluetooth it and other ways of transmitting, but at least we know, and it gives you an update of where it is on its calibrating. Also, every morning we'll be doing a test with the machine, the Istat, to make sure that it works, and there'll be another video for that. We're going to pause it until we get to the results.